rain brought some fine stuff out on the road, so. But we're getting to that stuff. I mean, we've done a lot of roads and we're gonna get to more. But we're tarring, chipping, and we're gonna get to Old National Road. We have the okay to go ahead. And we started before the 15th, so that's kind of grandfathered in too. You know, when you start before, if it exceeds the date, you're all right too. But still, we have the letter that'll cover that. And we'll be on Main Street after, so things is getting done, and we've ditched more roads, and it's working out pretty good. The only thing we're gonna have to do, the one dump truck, we're gonna have to upgrade that dump truck. So we need to, yeah, well, we need to look into that, and he's give the specifications that we need in that diesel, and then all that stuff. So that's our next step. We need to upgrade that. And then by spring, I hope that we'll be able to upgrade that grader too.
Did Steve send you what I sent him?
Yeah, I've talked to Steve and everything
Alright.
and that, but like I said, that could wait until spring, till we need it.
It's sitting at $2,500 right now.
Oh,
bid-wise,
okay.
And it's
Well-
got 16 days left to bid on it. Well, it's be 15 now, but it's
Yeah,
at $2,500.
Oh my God. Well, the thing of it is, we need to send somebody up there that knows, and I don't think that would be a problem, but send somebody that knows something about them in that there.
Just
Because $2,500 is nothing, but if it's no better shape than the one we
I
have,
was gonna say, I've been to
Well,
auctions where they can't give them away.
that's what I'm saying.
On municipal bid, there's a grader, it's a 1986 grader with 5,000 hours, sitting at $2,500. It's in Brookville, PA. So,
We have to look at it and see, because, see, the thing of it is, I didn't know this grader of ours set as long as it did. And when it set, it didn't have no oil on the bearings. All your O-rings and that, or no oil on them, was all dried out. So even the part that we fixed, now we're, you know, I mean, it was one thing after another, and it's gonna keep on being that way, because the thing's set too long
just so,
without being used. So that's what you gotta check out to make sure,
the model number on it is 772A.
yeah.
Like I said,
Well, okay, well, like I said,
sent
we'll go to Steve, and he's up on that kind of
I
stuff.
sent it to him,
Real good, I know.
so.
He told me, I talked to him, and anyhow, that's where we're at on the roads in that there, and there's a lot of people with, hey, how about my road, how about my road? Well, after 20 years, it's gonna take a while to go, you know, road to road to road, to get them up the par. So,
Are they gonna be done by tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what the letter, it specifically says to,
Yeah.
it only includes Tuesday.
yeah. But like I said, they started before the 15th, so if they have problems in that, they can still, it's,
Well, we can't go past the 17th.
well, yeah, it'll be done by then.
Okay.
It'll be-
Waiting to hear back from Soil Conservation on the Clovis Road or Pogue Road or whatever it is.
Yeah, right, that's another thing too. But we do have to really look into that truck, you know, SAP.
That's the truck that plows?
Huh?
That's one the truck that plows?
It's the
Yeah,
F-550.
I mean, it's, yeah, go ahead, JD.
Just a suggestion on that note, you're looking at something in this bid. Before you pay somebody to go up there, what I've done before, you could call up there, it's a municipality. Call, ask to talk to someone in the garage, mechanic. A lot of time, they'll talk to you, give you information, or maybe even email you the service records, or whatever. Might save you time and money, because if it's still got 16 days left, it's $2,500, you might end up 25 grand, you don't know. Before you know what I mean, gets closer to it, you could get the information,
Yeah, you're
save
right.
yourself some time.
You're right. How far is that, Kathy? Or Tammy,
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's about two, yeah. it's about-
2.5
Sharon
hours.
said you slept here this week and she'd have gone and looked at it for you.
Right off
Good
the
if we
80.
done.
Rick,
Yeah.
what would it cost us to even get it?
Did any of you have any say on how Old National was fixed?
Yeah, what's the matter with Old National?
Well, I rode out there the other day and it's all gonna break up again because.
Yeah, but we're
They didn't
gonna,
dig nothing out.
well, the parts that,
You mean where?
the parts I checked, they was
Where they
dug
paved,
out.
where they paved.
Yeah,
You gotta dig them out, cause that's soft and it'll stay soft.
Well, like I said, the ones that I checked in that there, and they was digging them out the day I was out there.
Well, they wasn't digging any day I was out there, they was paving over top of about 4 of them.
They
Well, they
band-aided
might have
them.
done that, huh?
The one on my property, you know, when you
Yeah.
first, they just rode right over top of the
Oh,
slip.
right in
and
there
filled it
they
in.
did, I seen that, but
Yeah, that's-
on out, they dug it out.
But that's a slip. If
Yeah.
you've seen, it's split and it's heading into my property.
Okay.
That'll bust out.
Yeah, they band-aided that one. I don't know how many they did, but there was a couple I'd seen that they just threw it over top. But if they don't get it now, they'll get it next time.
That's right, because, Southwest and, Range and the other one, they're plumbing, they're
But
taking
we,
care of that stuff.
did we pay for that, or is that
No,
something
no,
that?
no, no, no.
So this is under a bond?
No, they, yep.
Then they
Well,
should have had them dig it out if somebody actually did it.
Well, they was, really and truly, they was supposed to. I mean, that was the plan, what I got information
Yeah,
on.
but-
And when I went out there, they was digging them ones out and putting them in, on out there towards Hunters and that, you know.
Yeah, where it's all.
Yeah, but then it's gonna get leveled out with the tar and chip, you know, as far as.
But I know that one on mine, they just band-aided, both of
Okay,
those.
Well,
Tar and chip ain't gonna, if it starts to sink, the tar and chip isn't gonna help anything.
solicitor.
I got two items on the road. We had received a while back a letter, certified mail from, I believe it was DEP regarding Valley View. Did we resolve that?
It was from soil conservation.
Soil conservation,
And we put that road, we put in for a grant for that road, which will take care of that.
you're okay with where we're at on it?
That's
I never-
soil
I never-
conservation, it's the
I never-
same outfit.
I've never seen any more paperwork on it.
Yeah. We're
We're no longer under order then to fix it?
waiting on them.
Okay. I didn't see more updates once we got the original letter, I
Yeah.
don't know where we're at. And then last year, about this time, we were talking with Midland about doing some work. They were to come back and do some finish-up work on Ely Road. I never heard any more about that.
Nope, we never did.
Because we need to contact them.
I knew the day they were here, they weren't coming back.
I mean, I thought that was in our understanding.
But again, we didn't have anything in writing.
I thought there was an agreement at the end.
There is no agreement.
There, what, if you remember, the way I remember that, Doug, they agreed to come back and do some stuff, and they were gonna come back and seal it.
Right.
And it was late in the year. They
Right,
did
that-
come down and do some work, but there wasn't time to seal it.
Right, that's.
Yeah.
they were supposed to come back this spring, or something.
Yeah, they were supposed to come back, no, they didn't, I don't think it was this spring, it was actually, they were supposed to actually,
They were supposed to come back after the repairs.
Yeah.
They did
Yeah.
the repairs, then they were supposed to come
Right.
back after the repairs for the ceiling,
yeah,
and that never happened.
yeah.
I think at the very least, we ought to have the solicitor write them and see when they plan on doing this.
That would be fine with me, but,
Ely Road was just chipped and oiled and chipped,
yeah,
and there were two grades of chips that we used, where the repairs were made, which was turning into a dirt road again.
yeah.
There was a larger grade of gravel, and in the rest of the road, it was the, usual chip. So I think whoever's doing the chipping and oiling, they're doing a good job with what they've got to work with.
But that's fine, if
Tell me again who my contact.
it's Midland Asphalt,
Okay.
They're not gonna
And the
come
road
back.
in question is?
Ely Road, they'll know it when you hear about it.
Yeah,
I wanna
well,
know when they're coming back.
Yeah.
we'll explain it and give you all the documents that we
Yeah.
have, because I know you didn't get any from the prior solicitor.
The next thing, they're gonna give the same story, say they're too busy to get it done before the end of the year. Not next year.
Like I said, the day they left, I knew they weren't coming.
They're not gonna come back and, go over something that somebody's already done some work on top of their work. They just ain't gonna touch it. They just,
Solicitor's report.
I would probably like to have an executive session to discuss some administrative, or some personnel matters, so that's not anything I'm discussing here. Mr. Williams had been, and I don't want to spend too much time, because I can talk to him directly, but I think I had sent Mr. Williams a letter, and I assume you got that, Mr. Williams, when I write about that, the one that said, kind of cease and desist until we get, what we were trying to do, of course, is to make sure he has all the appropriate permits. I think what happened, and I may have dropped the ball on this, but I had sent him a letter saying, okay, stop until we verify that the wall's in line with the other structures, and he subsequently verified that. So now we're kind of into the next step. And I don't want to put any words in your mouth. And I can see I have a draft of an agreement in here, but I did not send you any agreement about going further. Am I correct about that? You didn't get anything from me. And I think the question was, and if you don't want to talk about this now, that's fine, I can talk to you after. But do you have the permits necessary to do what's there now?
We've applied,
Okay, and you're waiting for the permits, I guess?
correct.
Okay, and I think that's, then there's some issues about setback and what have you, but I don't need to discuss that right now. But that was kind of where we're at, and I can see I do have this draft agreement that the chief made reference to about, which basically says, we're letting them do this, but not more, and henceforth it has to be compliant, I mean, it has to be code compliant, all the other compliance. And so I think that's where we're at on this, and knowing that we're okay with what they have, and that they're compliant with at least the applications, I think we can finish that up, or at least go forward with that. That is really all I have for this solicitor's report.
So do you need action from us?
I think not. What I'm gonna do is coordinate between Mr. Williams and the chief, and I think we're gonna be okay on that.
Okay.
Let me just take one look. I did have a couple of, I think everything else I have, I can't really discuss in open session. Let me just make sure that's true, though. Yes, I can't really discuss anything else. That's the solicitor's report.
Okay, thank you. Old business. Paying the tax collector.
DCED said to talk to our solicitor, so we'll do that.
Okay.
We'll kick it back in his lap, so.
Okay, I don't have any insight this moment, but I assume we're gonna do it the way we've been doing it all along, right? Isn't that probably what?
Well, I think what this is about is the auditors questioned when they did their audit that she's on the, like on the payroll, and then we pay the matching for Social Security and so on and so forth.
Whether she was an employee or not.
Yeah.
I
Well,
remember that
and the question is about the tax certifications.
Okay, I'll follow up on that. Or unless you want to discuss that in open session, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it,
Yeah.
and I know that we didn't reach a resolution yet.
Okay. New, you know what, this would be old business. I have Nate Miller Construction can put a roof on that township office down there for $6,000. He wants 3,000 down, 3,000 when it's done.
How many square feet is
Says 30 by 15 here.
Well, that's
30 by 15?
30
That's
by
not-
15.
That's an awful lot to.
Doesn't seem
It's only
right.
50, that doesn't sound right.
Doesn't
30
sound
by
right.
50 maybe?
Or maybe it says 30 by 45, what's that say?
45.
Okay. Board
There you go.
classes. That's better.
They gonna put 10 on it? What
Yep.
it says?
Do it.
He, 6,000.
Doesn't say.
It's 10, he asked me when we were down there if it had vapor barrier on, he said, I'll figure it, I said, I don't know. He said, I'll figure it for it if it doesn't. And it was like $100 for snow rail.
That's a no-brainer. It's a
Yeah.
health hazard the way it is. When I paid my taxes, there ain't nobody should be in there.
Yeah.
Are the walls good? I mean, I'm just
I would
asking.
imagine they're full of mold.
I mean, you know, I didn't know if the walls
That building's
were,
been bad a long time.
because I
In the
believe,
office I use, they're so picky that just a touch, they fall apart.
Yeah.
You gotta start with the roof.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
unless the walls aren't gonna hold it.
No,
The structure, structurally they're
Structurally it
okay,
is?
it's just
Okay.
the interior.
Okay, I just think it seems high.
Mm,
I mean,
I don't think it seems high.
No?
We just had,
No,
we just had 2 roofs put on at the church and it was a lot more than that.
I say they're tariffs.
I paid more than that for my roof on that double wide
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Gosh, you guys got the wrong people. I just got a price for my roof and it was less than that.
I move that,
That's fine.
we accept that proposal.
Putting a roof on the one building is not going to do a whole lot.
No,
Because there's so much water that comes in, the carpet is soaking wet.
Well, someplace you gotta start though, you
Yeah.
gotta, may eventually have to pull those 2 before walls out of that building.
Yeah, you might have to gut it, I don't know.
It's a
got
steel, it's a
concrete
steel,
floor,
super,
it's a steel,
steel
yeah.
structure, it's a steel
Right.
building.
Okay. Got a motion, I'll second the motion. Any discussion?
I guess.
When can we start? Do we know? I'm just,
Actually, sometime in November.
okay.
He said probably, he was starting framing the house in October, so he said it would probably be like
I just didn't
around
know
Thanksgiving.
if it's gonna leave, I don't, is it gonna leave it open? Is any of the stuff that's in there gonna be?
I don't think it'll be a problem, because I really think, like I said, we just had them do the church. I think they'll be in and out of there in no more than 2 days. Yeah. And we're, the other thing, before you vote, was I told him we would take care of the scrap. But I didn't think that would be an issue.
You got dumpsters anyway.
Yeah.
In interest of saving time, can you have him, obviously, you gotta start with the roofs that's dry, but like I say, it probably does need gutters. Some old shit where her office is, I think you see outside or something. There was, I forget what it was, anyway, have him give me an estimate, well, cause then when he's there, it's gonna be cheaper if he's already there, about gutting it, seeing what
Yeah, I
he's done
can
from there,
try,
you know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know, he's busy.
Aren't you
You know what I mean?
required to put out bids?
Not for that amount of money.
No.
Okay, got a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
Did you say how you, what you're paying it out of? I'm sorry.
No, I paid from, I guess, paid from wherever you want to pay from. Paid out of, Act 13, once.
Cars.
Yeah, I didn't.
It doesn't make any difference. Act 13 was general fund.
You made the motion, you wanna pay it out after?
Yeah, it's paid out of Act 13.
All right, I'll second it. Still, any other discussion? Motion is to engage this Nate Miller Construction, paid out Act 13 for $6,000. How do you vote?
Doug,
Yeah.
Tom,
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Ed,
Yeah.
5 yes, motion carries.
Okay. Now, new business, Miller subdivision. Anybody know anything about it?
Hold on, I think, is it this one?
That's this one.
It's this one.
Is there someone here representing it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 10 feet.
It's
Yeah.
10 feet.
Ed Miller put a driveway in and took
Oh, is
that
this,
much of
we
our
talked
time.
about this, I talked with him last year or something about, like, trying to do a line swap or something. Yeah,
He had it surveyed.
That's one way around.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Ten or more.
So basically, he put a driveway in and then moving the line.
Yeah,
So
over
the driveway goes to
right,
his house now.
right.
So why, I don't understand, why couldn't they do a line, like a line shift or something? Did-
I have no idea.
oh.
Still something, this is subdivision regardless. Yeah. You understand? I don't understand it. Show me. Is this what's been moved over? Right here?
Okay, here, yeah, here's the road.
Uh-huh,
This is where he wants the driveway.
okay.
They're moving this line.
Oh,
This is bushes, or,
It's already done, it's
Yeah.
been done for years.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just doing it officially on paper.
In
Gotcha,
case I would sell my house, it had to
right,
be.
gotcha.
Then he's got an access.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that buys her house
Yeah.
can say, oh, I want
Right, such and
300,000 for that driveway.
Yeah, right. If Patty's good with it. they'll put it in, right? That's right.
And it's signed off by anybody?
Washington County,
County signed off?
yeah.
We're gonna have to-
Here, you do that. You got that purple page.
Well, at the letter
We'll
knows.
put the,
Yeah.
put
It
the
is
on the
too.
outside of them.
And these are the same thing.
On your left hand of it.
I make a motion, we approve the Miller subdivision?
I'll second it.
All right. Got a motion and a second, discussion. Personally, I would like to wait a month. We announced that it would be a 2-month process, if you remember.
I don't think there's any reason for it to
We
be a
brought
2
this
month.
up last month, though. We brought
Oh,
this
did we?
Yeah, we said people can stop in and look.
Ah,
Yeah,
I didn't stop in and look.
no.
Well, that,
Well,
that
it was
explains
real,
it.
we didn't track you down either, it was a simple one, it's
Yeah.
not like, it's
Okay.
not very
Well,
complicated.
my thing is, I don't want somebody sitting out there going, well, they did hers on the same night it was proposed. All right. Anybody else? Motion and a second. How do you vote?
Tom,
Yep,
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes,
Doug,
Yes,
Ed,
I can vote no.
4 yes, 1 no, motion carried.
All right, Dave
Allrus.
Allrus. Variance for the building permit, that's the one the chief was talking about?
Yes, sir. Like I said, he had a garage previously. It was out at the cartway. It had been damaged and had to be removed.
I think it's this one.
He wants to erect a new building. The way his land lays, he can't. The setback is 50 feet from the right-of-way. The right-of-way is 33 feet, according to the state. So he's going to be within the setback. He's asking for, I shouldn't say, he's asking for a variance. And he's confirmed that he's no way going to infringe on the right-of-way with anything.
how many foot variance?
How many feet did you figure, sir?
On here, you want to take over?
The building, are the dimensions on there?
Yeah, 28 by 32.
No, I mean this, on the, thank you, sir. Let's see if we can read this. Okay, so that's the sideline. So he's going 40 feet from the center of the road. So the right-of-way would be half of 33. So what's that come out to? 20, what did we decide, 24 feet from the right-of-way. Now, the ordinance calls for 50. So he'd be asking for a
Half.
26-foot variance. And anything else is gonna incur additional expense for him, just because of the way the land lays. I wonder if he could have re-erected a garage in the same spot, and I think he's trying to be responsible.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
I move that we approve the variance.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. Anybody else want to see this? How do you vote?
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Tom,
Yep.
Ed,
Yeah.
5 yes, motion carried.
Congratulations, you successfully kissed our ring and can use your, and can use your own property.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's the best one today.
Well,
Dave Williams variance for building permits.
we're good.
No, you gotta stay for the whole meeting, that's the deal.
Now, we just get in your road. John, thank you so much. And thank you, board members, very much for the help. Okay?
Are you gonna stick around for all the?
Take care of one and all. With everything. Now he wants to, he's applied for a building permit. And originally it was gonna go on the wall in the right of way.
Add a letter.
He's gonna be behind the right of way,
Okay.
but he needs a variance
Yeah.
because the setback will take him back too far.
Need Pat to sign something, or can she? do it?
Do you want to stop
We
down
have to
tomorrow?
sign something.
We have to sign it.
You just want to stop down
Do you want to stop by, do you want to stop down tomorrow rather than waiting all night?
Have to sign
Yeah.
and sign.
Thank you.
See you, Mark.
Okay, see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, we'll be here.
I thought I had a letter from you.
Dave, do you have your letters? Do you have copies of your letters you said?
Oh, it's right here. I got it. Dave
No,
Williams.
I just, some friends with him from here, so,
She is.
second call. I've heard long.
That's just good.
Pat Kearns. Was that their husband? Pat Kearns, Bush was the husband of Ireland.
You have a drawing.
Okay,
so what-
So Mr. Williams' original intent was to erect a building directly on the wall that we discussed earlier. When he realized that he couldn't do that, he looked at the space he had, read the saldo, and he's applying for a variance on the setback for the building that he had planned to put originally out.
Which is the same thing we just did. Yeah.
Yes, the distances, you have the distances on there, sir? Yeah, I don't recall the distances.
Yeah.
25 feet from the middle of the road.
6 foot right away.
Yeah.
Is that building gonna have water and sewage? Is that building gonna have water and sewage? No, keep the building.
So he'll be within the setback, but not within the right of way.
Correct. And this, he just needs this step approved, to answer your question, before he can apply. He's actually applied for it, but before the building permits can be reviewed or anything else can be checked. He has to know that he can put the building there if he gets approval on everything else. Otherwise, there's no point in moving forward
Right.
with it. So this isn't on the actual permission to build the building. This is just to see if you're gonna give him a variance on the setback.
Well, I didn't know if you had to have water and sewage in a public building.
In storage buildings?
It's office.
Okay, that would be up
If
to
you don't have to,
DCO.
he's good, but if you have to, that'd be bad.
For me,
Yeah.
it's not like a public place,
Well, if it's an office on the commercial
Yeah,
piece of
just like-
property, it's an office.
But
You have
again,
to have-
again, that would be reviewed by the BCO,
Yeah.
which is another 2 steps away for him. You know, so he'll have to submit his plans to municipal consulting, and they'll have to approve them or not. But there's no sense in going forward until he knows whether he's
Right.
got the variance.
Yeah, information right there.
The saldo comes
Yeah.
first, saldo comes first, and then
You'll wanna find out
Okay.
later.
I move.
Whoop.
You know what I mean, you'll wanna find out later.
Got a motion to let him do his plan here. I'll second it.
I don't wanna like number 2.
Discussion. How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Tom,
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Ed,
Yeah.
5
Okay.
yes, motion carried.
Same goes for you. You get to use
Shiny
your own
wheels
property.
tonight.
Thank you very much, we really
And now you
appreciate
can
it.
leave.
That ring's a really good shine.
That's getting shined up now, ain't
This
it?
is interesting.
Really?
So does that make you Lord of the Rings or what?
Snow in here.
I find it preposterous that you have to beg to use your own property. but-
That's some stinks.
Columbia Gas Trans-Canada plans.
These ones.
Here,
Yep. That's correct.
what is it?
You.
I can speak
We have-
as well.
Speak away.
All right, so my name is Jeremy Truxell. I'm with Arcadis. We're a consultant on behalf of Columbia Gas Transmission, and our role on the project is securing environmental permits and clearances on projects. We do a lot of those types of things for them, although we don't often deal with a floodplain ordinance, which is why I'm here this evening. So, what Columbia desires to do is to put a new generator inside of a building, so essentially a new building within the boundary of their existing compressor station that is located at 9 Compressor Station Lane, I think it's called. How's that for a name for a road?
This is behind the training center, or?
Yeah.
Coon Island.
Yes.
Back behind mine.
You'd be able to pin it down more rapidly than I would from here.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the area they're talking.
Yeah.
Okay. So the entire compressor station is within the 100-year floodplain as mapped by FEMA of Dutch Fork. So any new structure or change to that falls under your floodplain ordinance. So back on, I think it was August 14th, we submitted to Municipal Consulting Service a report that summarized the results of our analysis of pre-existing condition and proposed condition with this small new building. That showed 0 change in the flood elevation summarized in that, which is really the biggest key in all of this. Widmer Engineering, I know, has reviewed that submission.